What is up, Ray? This I Break Cards, and welcome back to another episode of Cardboard Talks. Today, I am here with none other than a player in the Royals organization, which is just huge to me. But I want to know, what do you exactly consider yourself? Do you consider yourself a Royals organization player, a collector, because I know you have a channel, an athlete? What do you exactly consider yourself?
Kind of all the above a little bit. Just a relief pitcher right now, trying to work my way up to Kansas City. Kind of knocking on the door right now. I'm getting pretty close to it. So more of a baseball player first, collector second. So there we go.
And I'm very excited for you, and I'm not going to lie. I will make the 4-hour car trip from Springfield to the Royals to see you play, because that's huge. It's not every day you get called up. So huge congrats. And are you in the Texas League organization, like in that region for minors?
That's where I ended the season last year, was in the Texas League,
Gotcha.
AA. So, yep.
Because Springfield Cardinals, I had to represent, so. But I have seen the team that you did play for play against us several times, and I was just curious. I do have a question from one of my Twitter followers, at BrettSmart14, wants to know, what is an average day like for you during the regular season?
Kind of just wake up, get breakfast, hang out with my roommate for a little bit, probably. Get to the field around 2 o'clock if our game's starting at 7. We get our throwing in, and then a normal day, I either have to run or lift that day. It just depends. During the week, you kind of do running, lifting one day, then next. You just keep switching off with that. But then we get dinner before pregame. Us pitchers sometimes have to shag. It just depends on the day with that. So that's always kind of the down part of the day, shagging out in the hot beating sun. But,
Yeah.
Once the game starts, we're normally all ready to go and ready to compete. So, yeah.
And for people who don't know what shagging is, can you tell them what that is?
Yeah, just during BP when the position players are hitting, we kind of got to clean up all the balls in the field. So it's just that. It's nothing crazy, but
The groundsmen can't do it. The players have to do it, right?
Yeah, us pitchers just like to complain once in a while. So that's our time to get it in.
That's funny. And I'm curious because ever since we got a minor league team, and I've been going to games my whole life for the majors with St. Louis and Kansas City, what is the best and most respectful way to ask a player for their autograph pregame?
Just to be nice, say, sir, please. I don't know, try to make a joke maybe. Normally, before a game, most people will do it. I feel like some are also different and try to focus on the game, maybe after the game.
Mm-hmm.
During BP, if that's a possibility, it just depends on that. Maybe before we get there at the field. So I see some guys always doing that. And I don't ever find it a problem to do that. But if a guy has a bad night, that's when you might not get it, because he's obviously going to be really mad.
Yeah.
There's been a few times, honestly, where I've done that, and It's just the last thing on my mind because I'm so frustrated with how I performed that night. And then I was a starter last year, so then I had to wait another 4 days just to get back on there to, kind of re-clean things up on the mound. So just depends who the player is and how their day is going. I don't know, just stuff like that. I'm always down to sign, so there's never a problem with me.
And I assume you want to sign for kids, teens, more than you want to sign for an adult, so to say?
No, not necessarily. I always will sign for kids for sure, but I always still assign for adults. I just, we're in a fortunate position to be playing baseball, trying to do it for a living. So signing a card, especially my card, is not worth much, so it's not that big of a deal to do that. So, yeah.
And I assume your organization kind of creates those cards?
Like the team sets, I'm not sure with that, with the minor cards, but obviously, like when I first got drafted in 2017 Bowman, that's kind of like my only set of cards right now, and that's what I'm actually have been looking after and what I've been collecting. So
I was going to ask, and I have to skip ahead to ask this question since we're on the topic. Do you have your own card?
I do. I have all my Topps 2017 Bowman draft first Bowman card. I'm really close to the rainbow. Actually, I have my super refractor, my 101. Yeah, I have my black paper 101. And then I have all the colors. I have all my red chrome. I have all my chrome cards completed now. I have the red chrome, the gold chrome, the orange chrome, the green, the purple, the blue, and the sky blue. And I have all those for my base, just the paper cards, but besides my red base paper, which is numbered out of 5, and that's the one I'm still looking for on eBay and on Facebook a little bit. I'm in some groups, kind of trying to find it because that's the last card I'm missing in my rainbow set. So.
And did you do autograph cards for that set? Because I know Bowman doesn't do relics.
Yeah, no, I actually did not. They didn't have me sign for them, so I signed that year for Panini, like the Elite cards, I believe, with no logos.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
And how was that experience for you? Just signing sticker after sticker after sticker after sticker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was fine. I got it done within a few days. I just signed 1,000 stickers quick, and that's all it was. Definitely a cool experience, especially after seeing your card come out with your signature on there. It was definitely a surreal feeling. So, yeah.
And I do have to ask, now that we're kind of back on topic with baseball, I did try to do a little bit of research, so I knew the person I was, of course, talking to. And I have a guess on this question, but what is the highlight of your career been so far?
Last year was definitely the best year of my career ever playing baseball. I had a great, not actually, let's do the whole rewind of last year. My first half was not very good. I was kind of struggling a little bit. It was a little too wild, getting behind in counts. I was just inconsistent with all my pitches and stuff. So once the first half was over, the second half, I just completely was steamrolling. I got on a roll, and I just kept going. Every outing I was giving up, it was 2 or less runs, going 6 or 7 innings most times. So it was a great year after the first half. And then I got to Double-A. My first Double-A start, I went 7 innings, shutout against the Dodgers team.
Wow.
In the Texas League. Yeah, so it went really well. And then they moved me to the bullpen when I was in Double-A because I was going to go to the Fall League. And I didn't perform exceptionally well in the Fall League. You only get a few I only got like 10 innings, and I had 2 out of my 10 outings were bad, and that just completely inflates your ERA, and you can't, being a reliever, you can't really come back from it was terrible outings. My changeup was kind of getting hit pretty hard, so I kind of banged the changeup, don't throw it as much, and then after the Fall League, it was a great experience in the Fall League too. I loved every second of it, and then I played for Team USA in the Premier 12 in November, and I pitched really well with them, and now I was up at spring training, the big league camp, so I was competing for a position up there, and then the corona hit. But it's definitely been a solid year of baseball. 2019-20 was a solid year for me so far.
Well, and huge congrats on, of course, moving up, because not everybody can be a professional player. And I like to think that us card collectors are card collectors because we weren't good enough to make the majors or the minors or be a professional athlete. We have dreams and aspirations, and the closest we can get to it is pulling an autograph or a relic. So that's very cool, and congratulations. And I really do hope that you guys end up getting half a season or something. I want to watch some baseball. I want to listen on the radio or whatever it may be. And my guess was that your highlight was playing for Team USA, but after hearing what you had to say about last year, that does sound huge, and I hope you get called up very soon because that's just a fantastic, opportunity for your career. And I did have down, I did want to ask, when did you realize you had a talent that would allow you to go past playing in college and turn your love and talent of baseball into a career?
When I knew I got serious about baseball was probably my senior year of high school, honestly. I'm a lefty, and I was hitting like 90, 91. So that immediately will get attention from scouts and colleges. So I went up to like the Minnesota Twins camp, and I was the hardest thrower there at like 90 miles an hour. It wasn't nothing crazy, but when I was 17 or 18 at the time, I was really excited about it. And the Twins coaches and scouts are like, man, you have a future in pro baseball if you start focusing on that more. Because I was thinking about playing basketball still at the time, and they were like, if I were you, like, baseball is definitely your calling. And I was just kind of a competer my whole life. I love baseball, basketball, and football, so I played them all growing up. And once I went up there and I realized, the attention I could get from baseball, I kind of went full go in baseball. And ever since that time, I've kind of just gotten better every single year
Yeah.
playing baseball. So it's been a tremendous 5 years or so that I've been completely focused on baseball.
And you were drafted by the Twins, and then you were drafted, was it 2 years later, by the Royals in the third round?
Yep, yep.
And just out of curiosity on my part, of course, getting drafted in the third round is obviously a huge deal. I mean, we just had the NFL draft, so we know that like third round, low rounds are great rounds. And what do you think it is exactly that made you go from getting drafted so late a couple years ago to getting drafted in the third round a couple years later?
Yeah, I would just say coming out of high school I was raw, and I only played baseball 2 months out of the year. I didn't do any travel ball. I didn't play catch in the off season. I just never really focused on baseball that much. But once I went to college, I went to Kentucky. I didn't pitch a whole lot there, but I still grew as a player and as a person. I matured up a little bit, just playing catch every day. Really started to make my arm a lot stronger, throwing bullpens all the time. That really accelerated my career doing that. I was starting to hit 93, and then at JUCO, just a whole nother year of strength and conditioning, just focusing on my pitches and my fastball. It just kept ticking up and up and up. I was 95 then at junior college, and then that's when I got drafted by the Royals. So yeah, it was those few years, in the first few years at college, were just huge as a player for me.
And you went to Kentucky, and then you moved to, was it Iowa?
Iowa Western Community College.
All right. I was just curious there. I just want to make sure I got that right. And I do have a couple of off-topic baseball kind of questions. We know that you have a YouTube channel for baseball cards, but Jack_Hockey19 wants to know, what other hobbies do you have outside of baseball, or what have you been up to with Corona going on exactly?
Honestly, I haven't been doing a whole lot. Just kind of social distance, hang out with my brothers. A lot of the times, that's kind of the only time I really get out of my house is when I go to their house and see their kids. That's kind of, and I mean, he has a pool too, so it's always fun to get out and swim and be in the sun. But social distance has been tough with all that. But I mean, I like to game a little bit too. I play Call of Duty or Fortnite once in a while. So
Same.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing the past time right now.
Yeah, I've probably been doing too much of that on my Xbox. I just got home from St. Louis, and I probably played like 4 hours yesterday. So I'm as guilty as charged, too. And and you know this, in Missouri these past few days, it's been like 90-plus something degrees, feeling like the pool's top-notch, and I have to mow 4 yards tomorrow, so I wonder how that'll go.
Yep.
And
get in the pool then after that.
Oh yeah. I'll go into a neighbor's pool or something.
There you go.
And of course we did talk about your channel, and I do want to know. I would say probably early on is my guess, but where did your love of sports cards come from?
Probably when I was around like 8 to 10 years old or so. My older brother Nick got me into it like pretty hard. When we were that age, each Christmas we would have hobby boxes. Normally it's been football my whole life. That's kind of what we've always collected. But now that I've gotten older, I've been going into a little bit of everything. But we were doing hobby box like battles every Christmas morning. We still do it up to this day.
That's so
like
cool.
This year we got a Phoenix football hobby box, and I probably won. My RPA was Deebo Samuel. It was like number 99. Yeah, and Nick, my brother got T.J. Hawkinson. RPA, so I've won that one this year, but over the year we've always been doing that, and it seemed like yesterday we started doing that, but it's definitely a tradition that we're going to want to keep doing forever.
Yeah, and Phoenix is just such a great product, and this year's draft class, last year's draft class, 2017, like they were all phenomenal, and so being able to get Phoenix, I remember I pulled in Lamar was 2018, his rookie year, I pulled his printing plate. His one-of-one printing plate. And I ended up selling it this year, and with that, I got a Mahomes auto. So I was pretty happy.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I would take that.
The worst blunder I ever made in my collecting career was I had 2 Mahomes rookie autos. One was numbered to 10, and Alex Smith had the year of his life. You know where this is going, and I got rid of him. I was like, we're getting rid of Alex Smith. I'm so angry. We're bringing in this guy. He reminds me of Johnny Manziel. He doesn't know what he's doing. And then Super Bowl.
What product was that?
I had that out of, one of them was out of, I want to say Origins. It's like the one
Okay.
pack product.
Yeah.
And the other one was out of Elite. And it was a dual auto with Mahomes and Kareem Hunt. And I sold it a week before the news broke about Hunt. So I got very lucky because that went,
Yeah.
you
Uh
know.
huh. Yeah.
And just out of curiosity, because you said you started out early on with football, and now you're back and forth more like football and baseball. And I have seen you do some basketball. You did some Mosaic on your channel, which
Yeah.
congrats on getting your hands on that because I can't find it anywhere.
I have a ton right next to me, so
Exact. You have a ton?
a lot.
Oh, you're killing me. We may have to talk.
I'm opening it all. Sorry.
What all do you like collect anything specifically? Obviously, you're working on your rainbow. But is there like a specific player or team that you really focus on?
um, I really like Baker Mayfield a lot. I just like his charisma. Just there's something about it that brings me, loving the way he is on the field, and he's just kind of a dog once in a while. So
Yeah.
I just respect that, and I really like collecting his cards. My brother actually collects his cards probably harder than I do. He has a lot of his optic rookies up, like in PSA 10 on our Instagram. He's been posting a lot of those up, so he has a lot of that. And just Iowa State players in general, we like to collect their players because we don't really miss a football game or a basketball game. So unfortunately, they don't have baseball. That I probably would have played baseball there if they had baseball, but they don't have baseball, unfortunately. But we collect football and basketball within the Iowa State players.
See, and I'm a big, I like Baker as well because he took a team that was so bad and made them so much better over the course of 2 years. And I've been waiting on a redemption that my friend pulled that I traded for, and I'm waiting on like a rookie patch auto from his rookie year out of like Select, out of like 25, and I've been waiting years for that. So one day I'd like to have that in hand and just hold on to it and put it on my shelf, but until then, I've just got to wait. And I do only have two more questions. And the first one is, what is the biggest card you've personally ever pulled yourself out of a pack?
Probably I've ever pulled. It was probably my Derrick Henry. It was in the 2018 product. Encased, that's what it's called.
Ooh,
Encased.
yeah.
2018 Encased. I got one of those last year at my LCS that unfortunately closed here in Iowa. I was pretty sad about that, but Derrick Henry was just a 101 on-card auto with the Nike logo, or not the Nike, the NFL. No.
Oh,
the
okay.
NFL,
Yeah. The shield.
Yeah. That was probably my best one so far. I actually hit a decent Zion colorful NBA debut the other day that I'll be posting probably on my YouTube channel here soon. But if that one grades well, so that one probably could be worth more because any Zion card is obviously going crazy right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with, like Mosaic and Bowman are both like extinct in every Walmart and Target and wherever else, so that makes the values go up as well. I have to say, my favorite card I ever pulled was out of Diamond Kings, like 2012, 2013. Just starting into collecting, I pulled a Jackie Robinson bat piece out of 5. Sick. And so I had so much respect, and that's one card I refuse to get rid of.
That's awesome. I love that.
My favorite purchase, and it's way over there, but it's like my great grandfather played for the White Sox and the Cubs for like one season, and I found his card, but it was like you cut it out of like a magazine, and somebody had cut it out and graded it, and they didn't cut it straight. It was like wonky, so it graded like a 2. So I got it for like $20, and I'm like, it's mine though. It's mine. It's my last name. So I thought that was cool. And final question for you, which we've already talked about. You're looking for the out of 5 from your own. And did you also collect your own autograph from when you got to sign stickers?
I only had a few. I haven't looked for all of them on that as much.
Yeah. Not looking for the rainbow so much on that one?
Not as much, no. I like the Bowman looks of it better, and just, having the logo, I really feel like, although it is me, but it's like, I've been grinding on my 2017 Bowman enough that it's whatever.
Bowman's super cool. And I got a little sidetracked, so I will ask, final question. Have you ever asked another player for their autograph by chance?
Not that I can think of. I don't like in the fall league this year. I had 3 baseballs, and I asked all the pitchers to sign it because we were such a tight group.
Yeah.
And it was really fun playing with them. So just that, I mean, I was going around and being like, hey, can you sign this ball?
Yeah.
That's probably the most recent thing I can think of. But it's not like I go up to one of my teammates yet, like Brady Singer, and be like, hey, will you sign this in the sweet spot? And
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely would sign it for me, and I don't see that being a problem. But I might do that here on. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, it's more or less about, like having it to hold on to and not so much to collect,
Yeah.
It's for memories, basically. Well, that's all the questions I really have, but I do appreciate your time. And if you want to shout out your channel, so hopefully we can get some more people over there. It's a great channel. I love the content, and what you break is very relevant to the new product. So if you want to shout that out, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, for sure. My YouTube's at Anything Sports Cards. That's the name. Don't rip enough baseball. If you guys are baseball fans out there, because I collect myself, I don't really look for anyone else a whole lot, but the basketball and football is what I've been opening up a lot lately. But I have some 2020 Bowman that I will be posting here soon. So, yep, Anything Sports Cards on YouTube. I appreciate it.
And that's really exciting, and I hope to be ripping more or less the same. And we also have Contenders football from the draft coming out Friday, and Select came out last week, which I haven't ripped either of. So I got to get on that too. But I do appreciate your time. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I do wish you the best of luck in your future and within the Royals organization.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on, Ben.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for coming on and spending your Sunday afternoon with me.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you. You too. Have a great day.